Not me, like, immediately, like, fucking up my something I was doing. Hello, hello. Hello, everyone. Oh, oh boy. So, good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you are. I imagine afternoon for a lot of you. Um, I figured, so I guess I should start off with quickly just kind of stating the plan for today. I was originally, the reason we're not doing um full news is because truthfully, due to last week and me being kind of out of commission because of life stuff going on, I'm a little behind on the news. For once, I'm kind of behind. So truthfully, my option was either like throw something together really shitty last second, which I didn't want to do because I want to give accurate information, or I'm gonna kind of just do like, I guess, a mini stream of it today where like I'm not gonna show any articles or because like I wasn't able to find all of them that I needed to quite for a lot of the stuff I want to talk about because again, I'm just gonna talk about general politic and general news shit going on that's like interesting to me and like the stuff I have been keeping an update with, and then next Monday, well, okay, I'll get into that. It'll kind of depend on how I'm feeling this week. I am considering doing like taking a few days off next week as like a recharge, but um I'll kind of get into that later in the week depending on if my sleep is better, which I feel pretty good today. I was able to actually sleep relatively throughout the night, so we're making progress. And I figured I would just throw Civ on as like it's kind of thematic for what we're doing. And I'm gonna kind of treat it like that last time where I'm not really gonna get into what I'm doing. I'm just gonna idly do it while I talk because it helps to have something that I'm doing so that my brain like stays active. So it's like your Subway Surfers. It's like your little enrichment time. Animal husbandry, that's actually really good. Civ for enrichment. Yeah. This is your Zoomer Subway Surfer. So at least there's something going on the screen since I won't have articles or anything. This is my keys, like jingle jingle, jingle jingle. No, I always my boyfriend and I always joke about because since I don't have a job right now, I don't really like get out of the house much. So whenever we like go to the store or decide to go to the mall or something, we always joke that it's my enrichment time. I'm like, oh boy, my enrichment, yay! I'm getting let out. Yay, I get outside time. And he's always like, no, that makes me sound horrible. Don't say that. Uh, yay, walkies. Yeah, basically. I'm like, ooh, I get to go to the grocery store. Oh, God, like a total loser. Overall, though, it's just gonna be kind of a chill week because I'm still getting back into things. Wednesday, I kind of left it open to like, kind of like today, I might talk while playing a game. Like, well, I always talk while playing a game, but like, you get what I mean. I might do a more like something like this where I'm not really narrating what I'm doing. I'm just kind of idly going about my day while yapping my brains off. My brains off? Okay, I don't know what the fuck I was saying with that, truthfully. I'm kind of all over the place. I forgot to take my meds yesterday, so I took them today. Because I had a busy morning yesterday. And, so because of that, I had to take them like an hour ago, and so I got hit with the I haven't taken my meds in a day, so they like smash into me kind of feeling. So if I sound a little scatterbrained, that's why. Don't worry about it. I'm chilling. I'm fine. I might sound like I'm on Adderall for a little bit. I'm not, but you know, just in case, you'll know what's going on. Do I have a thing for pearls? Ooh, I do. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pearls. Oh, but there's more fishing. What do I get for fishing? Is it just a production for fishing? Plus one production. I'm gonna go with the faith for the pearls. So also if someone has gems, I could cook them over. And then obviously Thursday's Thanksgiving. I'm not, probably because there's gonna be a lot of people in the house and it's gonna be loud as hell. And then also truthfully, because I know a lot of people will be busy with family and stuff. Oh, bad timing. I'm about to fake fly right now. Oh no. Yeah, because a lot of people are gonna also just truthfully be like with family and stuff. Like, I just figured like I'm just gonna take Thursday. Saturday we have a collab though, which I'm excited about. It's with someone that I haven't brought on the stream before, so it'll be someone a bit new to you gals. But he's lovely. Flight sim today, the real glider flights are on weekend. Ooh. That'll be fun. That sounds fun though. Oh yeah, Ultra. I'll get mining. Okay, so we got our little continent. I'm gonna park like right over here so we could see everything pretty clearly. How's someone already in the classical? The fuck? I must have a lot of ruins. If I ever crash the plane, I'm blaming it on you for distracting me. Nah. You won't crash the plane. If it crashes, it's not you or my fault. But Saturday we're doing peak with a lovely streamer who I met when I was playing League. But he's not like a hardcore League guy, so, you know. Wait, hold on, what? Man, I got excited. I'll get into this in a second. Okay, oh my god, there's so many things going on. My brain is like kind of overloaded, but it's fine. It's been 10 minutes and I'm already kind of losing it. Someone built the Great Library. I'm gonna kill myself. Okay. What should I, hold on. Oh my god, my brain. You gotta give me a second. You gotta give me a second. Okay, yeah, we're doing a collab. We're doing a peak collab. Yes, I am gonna get into that, Crusader. That is like the one news story I was super up to date on. We're gonna do a collab. We're gonna play peak. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be later in the day because it's gonna be on a Saturday and because working with his schedule. So, it'll be about 4 or 5 hours after I normally start. It'll be 6 p.m. EST. I'll put out like a little reminder closer to it that like, hey, the timing is a bit different, just so that y'all know. But as for that, I feel pretty good about that. I just wanted to like get that information out there of what the schedule's like. Okay. So Zohran Mamdani. First, like, topic I was actually up to date on, and kind of the primary topic I was up to date on, was Zohran Mamdani meeting with Trump. For those who aren't, again, super updated with American politics, Zohran Mamdani is the new mayor of New York City. He's a democratic socialist. Trump was like, he's a communist, I hate him, I'm gonna defund New York City if he wins, blah, 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 blah. Well, they met, and, Trump basically fell in love with him because Zohran is, I guess, just like, he's on some People's Princess timing right now, I guess. Trump absolutely fell in love with him. He thinks he's like a little darling and he's obsessed with him. Which, like, work because Zohran is great, you know, I cannot deny that. But it is very funny that he was like acting like supreme hater #1, and now he's over here just like, oh yeah, this is Pookie, like, we love him. He agreed not to send the National Guard, like he was originally saying, into New York. He also agreed not to cut the funding. Like, he basically, every, like, threat he made, Zohran got him to go back on his word. Which is really, you know, good, really impressive. Especially for, like, someone who was put on such a stage. Because truthfully, everybody was talking about him. I think he even said he wouldn't mind living in Zohran's New York City. Oh yeah, he was absolutely like, oh my god, I love him. Like, he literally fell in love with the guy. Like, he could not resist Zohran. Like, there's a fucking clip of someone asking him about how he called Trump a fascist and, like, would he say that still? And he was trying to, like, come up with a nice way to say yes, and Trump was literally like, you can say it, it's fine. And he was like, yes, I still think he's a fascist. Like, Trump literally hit him with a, you can say it, baby, it's okay, you can say it, like, you think I'm a fascist, I know. Like, come on, dude, like, that's just an insane dub, truly. Like, you know, what do you even kind of say to that at that point, as someone that would be considered possibly an opponent of his, you know? Like, that's, regardless, like, that's just impressive level of mingling. And truthfully, so here's the thing. And also, some people were being kind of stupid and being like, why is Zohran meeting with Trump, blah, 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 which is like, obviously he's gonna meet with him, you know? Like, whether or not we like it, he still is the fucking president, you know? Like, he's gonna meet with the most important man in the world. Like, it doesn't matter how fucking demonic the guy is. That's just kind of how it has to work. Especially when the guy is actively targeting the city that he runs. Like, yeah, obviously he's gonna meet with him and try to negotiate something. Like, stupid. I don't know. I feel like some people be being really dense about that. Won't be happy with anything less than Che Guevara. Literally, like, they want him to just come. Like, that's not. I just don't understand those kind of people. It's it's kind of like as much as I don't really like ContraPoints, it's kind of like the iconic ContraPoints quote of, like, these people don't want actual progress, they want to critique the potential of progress. Like, they don't want anything to actually benefit the world. They just want to sit on the internet and, like, bitch, you know? And critique nonstop of, like, oh, this person's not doing enough, this person isn't doing great, this isn't doing right. Like, okay, shut up. I swear people act like he really is the God King of America or something. They do, yeah. They think it's incremental change is worse than no change at all. True. Also, a thing with Trump, too, that's been really interesting is it was really funny how, like, Fox News and all were kind of making it out to be, like, the smackdown between communism and Donald Trump, and like Donald Trump is gonna absolutely body him and blah 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 blah. And then Trump obviously fell in love with him and thought he was like a little darling, basically. And then quickly they had to pivot to like, see, Democrats, Trump is for the good of America, being nice to someone he doesn't like. You could take a thing out of his book, blah blah blah. Like they immediately pivoted to like, we were planning for this the entire time kind of shtick that they always do, that I think is really silly. Because, like, no, you very much were not planning on this at all. Despite what you might claim. But, so, I kind of saw something interesting of kind of a, what's it called? Like, an analysis on what really might have motivated this like liking towards him. And someone I saw point out that I thought was a really good analysis that was very fitting was they drew comparisons to Trump's liking of Bernie Sanders. Because, oh, Egypt, you're gonna be annoying as fuck for me. Because you're also culture. Because despite what people think, Trump actually likes Bernie Sanders. Now, don't get me wrong, does he like a lot of his policy? Not necessarily, no. But does he like Bernie Sanders as a person? Yes. Does he admire Bernie Sanders as a person? Yes. Yes, he does. He has always respected, and like, he will let Bernie Sanders call him like every other name under the sun. But if some like bitch ass Republican says it, he gets pissed. But he doesn't get pissed when Bernie does it. He respects it. And someone pointed out that the reasoning kind of behind this motivation of his might be what's it called? Due to the fact that since he has this background in not only TV, like reality TV in terms of like the Celebrity Apprentice or whatever his TV show was, but he was also, Donald Trump was a huge WWE guy. Like, he did a lot of like appearances with WWE and things like that. The suspicion is kind of that ultimately what he admires is someone who kind of sees politics in a similar sense of like, yeah, he expects his opponents to call him names because that's the trash talking phase, you know? And like, yeah, he expects all this to happen. That's part of the business, you know? That's what you do. That's the business. You go back and forth, blah blah blah. But when it comes down to it, like Bernie Sanders, if Trump does once every, you know, clock strikes, once the clock is right or whatever, like once a day, twice a day, or whatever the bullshit saying is, like, he'll admit it and be like he's doing something good, you know? And he likes that. He likes when someone is like still going to shit talk and blah blah blah, but when it comes down to it, they'll go to the table if there's an actual deal to be made, and they will make that deal. As opposed to just kind of dilly-dallying, I guess you could say, and wasting time. I think I'm gonna go with this one. Okay, I'm making sure there's no bad people. When is my next great profit? 200? Nah, we'll just wait for that. We'll do writer. I don't have a slot yet. That's awkward. So funny how true it is. Like, he loves Mondani, but he hates wishy-washy dorks like Ted Cruz. Exactly. No, he likes when people have a spine, and he loves when people kind of he loves when people know how to, he also doesn't like uncharismatic people. He doesn't like, especially men. He does not like men that he deems as like not charismatic. That is something very important to him that he feels like is very important. Do I want to do one too? I mean, this gives us access to the sheep, and this can block this. Oh, but we get the mountain, yeah. He likes charismatic men. He thinks that men who aren't charismatic are like bitch made, essentially. That is a big thing about him as well, that a lot of people either don't know, like they maybe don't realize, or they kind of just forget because truthfully it's kind of silly ultimately to think that. But he thinks, he like unironically does like believe in the like charisma is one of the most important assets. God, Egypt is wombo comboing my ass right now. But he believes that charisma is kind of like the gold staple of what like guys should have personality wise. And if they don't, they're kind of bitch made, you know? They need to be able to stand on business. They need to be able to work a crowd because ultimately, as much as I hate the fucker, like that's how he won his first election, was by working a crowd. Like, as much as you might hate him, you can't, like, Trump is not charismatic to me. I don't find him appealing. But bro casted a fucking spell on like half of my family apparently. So clearly he's got something going on, even if it doesn't work for me in particular. And I think a lot of people don't want to admit that because it kind of makes them feel like they're saying, like, because some people don't want to ever admit literally anything potentially positive related to him. And it's like, which I get because, you know, he's a demon. But at the same time, like, you also just kind of gotta admit that, like, yeah, he did cast a fucking spell on, like, half of America. You know, clearly he's got something going on. First time Trump could shitpost IRL and it worked so well. I mean, he coined Meatball Ron, which is still the only name I use for DeSantis now. Dude, he was legitimately, okay, here's the thing. For one, yeah, he was spitting out quotes like a motherfucker. He's still, not as much anymore now that he's like kind of demented, but oh my god, I don't have any slots for these great writers. But kind of what's happening right now is sort of this. I saw an interesting mention that despite what people want to think, like, kind of the fear that a lot of conservatives have with someone like Zohran, which I believe Zohran could not run for president. If I'm remembering correctly, he was born in a foreign country? Question mark. So even if he wanted to, he couldn't run for office. I am pretty sure, unfortunately. Which is sad because Zoran is great. He's from Uganda. It's always Uganda. I think he was technically born in a different country, so he can't run, question mark. I hope that's what it is, and I hope that's what it is, because I don't want to sound like sus. But I'm pretty positive that's what I saw when I was looking through, that like he can't actually end up running for president, but he can do like local offices and stuff. And like states. He can go to like Senate and shit like that. But kind of the fear that a lot of them are having is basically there's been a couple people, a couple presidents that have been like transformational figures for the country in how things not only work, but also just transformational in terms of like how politics works. And one of them is FDR. FDR was a transformational positive, you know. Another one was Ronald Reagan, transformational, not positive. And then another one was Trump, transformational, not positive. Because despite what people want to acknowledge, he did completely change how politics works. Because, again, kind of like how I showed you guys on news a few weeks ago, the Scream video of that one guy where he just yelled weird and that ruined his entire presidential career. Like, that was like 15 years ago, you know? That's like, that would not make the news nowadays for political office figures. Like, that's not even newsworthy nowadays. Egypt's gonna get annoyed at me. Yeah, I'm trying to get you food right now, bro. Chill. I'm so gonna lose this game, but it's fine. Yeah, that ruined that guy's entire fucking career. But nowadays, that's like completely normal shit that like you wouldn't even really think about. It's kind of like, yeah, of course, our politicians are just gonna scream and sound really fucking weird, but you know, like, whatever, I guess. Like, what are we gonna do about it? That kind of stuff is completely different because of him, because of this shit that he truly just, to put it bluntly, got away with. Because ultimately, like, he really did get away with, like, insane level shit. Like, I don't know how he got away with a lot of the stuff he got away with. Because he really shouldn't have. He really shouldn't have. Besides, like, I was gonna say, the grab her by the pussy thing, yeah, some people make it like that should have been the ender. Like, I'm sorry, this is America we're talking about. No, like, sexually assaulting women is not gonna end your career. But him making fun of that disabled reporter and nothing happening that was when I realized, like, yeah, this guy's kind of invincible. Like, this guy is kind of invincible. I don't think there's really anything we could do, fellas. Like, what do you do to that? You know? Like, he made fun of a disabled reporter, and it was, like, kinda chill. No, like, they didn't really care. People talked about it for, like, a weekend. And then it was like, whatever, you know? Like, I'm sorry, excuse me? What do we mean, whatever, you know? Like, that should not be a whatever situation. That should be like a game ender. And the fact that people to this day still deny that he was making fun of a disabled reporter is crazy to me. The fact that people even deny that, the fact that that's even like a position that people can take is crazy. Come on, go over there. It kind of after that, that's when I knew, like, yeah, there's no stopping this man. Like, he can kind of do whatever he wants, and nobody's really gonna say shit about it. Which is crazy, because absolutely not. Like, it's nasty, but what are you gonna do, you know? What do you do when the country is so, like, chill with it? Because that's also the thing, ultimately, is just, like, there's only so much we as citizens can do when, like, because that's truthfully, Obama asked for a fancy mustard once and Republicans never shut up about it while Trump owns a go to the toilet in a mansion. Dude, just think about that fucking party he threw. Like, not that long ago. The, like, not Christmas party. The, was it a Halloween party? What fucking party was that? Where he had, like, literal, like, women sitting around and, like, ups and shit. And, like, it was, like, dancers and all that kind of shit. Like, it was some, like, Great Gatsby wannabe thing, because of course it was, because, like, he's really cringe like that. It was Halloween, but it was the most tone-deaf event in modern history. I swear that one's going in the history books. Yeah. He does shit like that, you know? He does shit like that. That's just diabolical, you know? But it's seen as just kind of like, whatever. Fine. Which I don't get. I don't get how it's seen as, like, it's fine, whatever. I feel like that's actually, like, sound the alarms, crazy shit's going on, ruh-roh raggy kind of vibes, but maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just a me thing. But I think it's kind of fucking weird. No, I don't want to go to war with Sejong. Wasn't he caught trying to sell the government documents to Putin or something? He had... Are you talking about when he was retaining documents that he shouldn't have? And then he, like, tried to flush some of them down, like, the Air Force One toilet or something? Something of the sorts. It's been a hot minute since the documents that, like, I don't have all the details readily in my brain. Also, I totally forgot to mention this. If I randomly have to panic mute because I say I'm taking a phone call, it's because, so you know that place that, like, told me I was perfect and then they kind of, like, ghosted me a little bit? Yeah, see, basically what happened was I got ballsy and I reached out to them. And then they said they're possibly gonna call me this week, so while streaming, in case I get a phone call, I might have to be like, oh, sorry, and then, yeah. I'm not dead if that happens, just so you guys know what's going on, and I don't want people to worry in case they think that something, like, serious happened. But yeah, stacks and stacks of documents sitting in the bathroom like an episode of Hoarders, yeah. Oh yeah, go for it. Yeah, I just wanted to let people know because I know since I've talked about having some family issues, I don't want people to assume something, like, serious is going on. Well, it is serious, but not, like, that kind of serious, if you get what I mean. Not like it's a danger serious. Posted the pic in Discord, it's surreal. Dude, I've seen the picture, it's so bad. It's so bad. It's crazy work, truthfully. Like, I'm gonna just be honest. It's kind of just crazy work that he got away with that shit. Tacky little chandelier in the normal size bathroom. Oh, of course there is. God, he really just can't help himself, can he? He just can't fucking help himself. No, we're gonna try to build Oxford in my other city. he just can't help himself with, like, having the most tacky shit ever in every fucking every fucking room. It's kind of just impressive, quite frankly, that he manages to always be the tackiest. Like, I kind of got to give him a little bit of props for that, quite frankly, because it's kind of a skill at that point. Buy a pagoda. We need to buy more. I'm gonna buy a cargo ship. We need more money. We're really poor. And I shouldn't be. I should not be poor, but I am. It's me in real life. I should not be poor, but I am. Oh, also, I should mention, because, oh, good thing I made a fucking cargo ship, because my thing just got destroyed. Because this is the last week of the subathon. Aw, sad noises. Aw. So it looks like with the way things are going, we will be able to go to the mid price point artists, which I'm excited about because I really like their art. I mean, I love all of the art for the artists I picked, obviously, but I think they will be able to bring it to life in a way that I think they'll be able to really nail, like, the body type and everything how I want, which, because truthfully, that's what I was, like, a little nervous about, was the body type, because, you know, I want her to be a bit chubbier, and not every artist can, like, really do that, which is totally fine, you know, but I want to make sure that the artist I go to can do that. I like her style more too. She seemed more comfortable straying from traditional anime body types. Exactly. So I'm excited about that. I'm hoping, I don't know for sure how long it will take. I'm hoping it will be not like too long. I'm imagining at least like a month or two potentially. So also just throwing that out there as, like, that's just, it's gonna be a bit before I can, like, show the art. But I will be trying as much as I can. Ooh, I killed a spy. Obviously I'm not gonna rush the artist, so it will be a little bit before I can show it. But once I do, I'm gonna, like, immediately, like, throw it everywhere and be like, oh my god, look at me. Look at me. And I'm gonna make it very well established. I'm trying really hard to, the thing is, there's already still, like, things I'm altering and things I'm, like, kind of tweaking here and there about what I want for the design. I'm probably so behind on tourism. Oh, Jesus, yes. I'm so behind in general. I'm so losing this game, but it's fine. We're just doing this for enrichment. Yeah, ultimately, I'm really excited. Like, I don't know, when I think about it, it just makes me kind of giddy, and I'm really hoping that you all love her design as much as I'm hoping to love her. Kind of what I mentioned. The next big thing will be my model art and then the rigging, which will be very expensive. So that is just, there's no way that happens until I get a job. Which I'm hoping to get this one. But until then, kind of what I mentioned I'm thinking of doing is like doing it to where in between me getting my art, having my like concept art, and then me getting my actual art, switching to that other model. So that way I can personalize it a bit more. It still won't be perfect, but it'll only be like $100, and I feel like it'll be like Mina 1.5 if you get the drift. Yeah, Mina 1.5 is kind of the vibes I'm thinking. Oof, we barely won that. But it's okay. We pulled through. We pulled through. Ugh. Kind of Mina 1.5, and that'll be something super, super exciting. I'm just so... I don't know, it makes me so excited. Solid plan, imagine 1.5 will be a smidge closer to the true vision. Exactly. And then plus, like, they've added already, like, a bunch of different, like, clothing options and stuff to the model, which I really like, because what I'm thinking is that I could still keep and use that model as, like, my like, backup, I guess you could say, of, like, for example, they're adding, like, PJs to the model. I'm not gonna have a PJ until I can get the artist to make me a whole new outfit and the rigger to rig a whole new outfit. It would be so expensive. When we do movie nights or something, I could just switch to that model and we could do, like, PJ themed movie night or something, you know? Like, I think it could be really good for, like, certain things where I might want, like, a specific aesthetic, you know? I think it could be fun. Kind of like a nice way to go about it without having to, like, totally break bank. I was like, how Mouse uses her model is like a big closet to choose from. Exactly. Because that's the thing. Truthfully, my biggest, like, issue... I don't want to say issue with the model because I love what Suika has done. I guess my biggest want is more outfits. And the thing is, I completely get why we don't have more because it's difficult, you know? I completely get it. But I still can't help but long for more. And that's just kind of how it is. With this one, it seems like I can kind of achieve that because also with the kind of character that I have, I feel like it just makes sense for me to have, like, a bigger closet to choose from, you know? Because, like, I love clothes. Like, I feel like it just works. It makes sense, you know? Honestly, like... Okay, whatever, bro. I will also say truthfully that I was struggling a little bit with, like, streaming in terms of, like, kind of struggling, I guess, with like, you know, my kind of like how I mentioned my depression was kind of beating my ass, you know? It was beating my ass. Oh, damn it. They got the Taj Mahal. Okay. Well, I'm gonna try. You know what? I'll try the Porcelain Tower. What the heck? They stole my ally. Ooh. Damn, I'm so losing this game. I'm getting my ass kicked. This is so awkward. But basically, I was kind of struggling in terms of like, I don't know how else to describe it besides, it's not that I thought about quitting because I love streaming and that truthfully my main motivator is I like hanging out with you all. It's just, oh my god, they're taking everything I'm trying to build. This sucks. It's just a matter of like, I didn't have the energy to do it. And it was kind of freaking me out because, you know, earlier in the year, I used to be able to do like 5 to 6 hour streams every single day, you know, of the week pretty much. And like, it was totally chill. We were totally vibing and like, yeah, this is sick. But then it kind of became harder, and now like, you know, I feel kind of bad about the fact that I'm doing like 2 to 2.5 hour streams and I'm not doing them as often, you know? I really look forward to the options too, but I think everyone here would understand if you need to recharge whenever. Yeah, it's... The thing is, I don't even think it's because of streaming. Like I said, I think it's just my depression, truthfully, and the new medication I'm on hasn't fully kicked in. And so, because I'm on a new concoction of fucking pills, it's a little hard. Because I'm having to now, like, work that out. Which, like, I know you get, Pumpkin. Like, I know you know the vibe. I know you know what it's like. It's kind of rough, truthfully speaking. I'm not gonna lie, but, you know, I'm making it through. And truthfully, I feel better, like, right now, like, today, I feel better than I felt in a while for streaming. Which makes me happy. I feel a lot better. I still am, like, I guess, like, my brain is kind of, like, I guess, nervous, you could say. But, like... Because, like, I don't know why I was weirdly nervous to, like, hit go live and things like that, even though I know you all. That was my first clue. I was depressed as a teenager. When I got nervous for things I generally loved, it made me happy. Yeah, for me it was paintball. Oh, not the paintball. Not the paintball nervous. Yeah, I don't know what was up with it. It was, like, pissing me off, quite frankly. Like, truthfully, it was just making me angry because I felt frustrated because it was like, this is something I like to do. So why am I struggling? You know? Like, I shouldn't be struggling. I should just be super happy and chill and, like, I get to do what I want to do, you know? But alas, that's not necessarily how life always works, and you kind of have to, like, realize what your issue is and adjust, which I have. But it takes a bit, you know? Fine, just keep doing your best. Yeah, also, as you guys can, I feel like you guys have learned by now that I ramble when I get nervous, so I think you guys can tell. I think that's Crusader's way of telling me that he can tell I'm nervous rambling. Just a little. It's not my proudest habit, but it is a habit. uh, oh well, what are you gonna do? You know? What are you gonna do? And here's the thing, I'm hoping that if I'm filling up for it, we can do a bit more gaming this week. It's just a matter of like how I'm feeling. I ramble all the time, so it's hard for me to be sure. Yeah. It's a bad habit I have of mine, so I have to like kind of be careful. My boyfriend, he's like kind of notorious for calling me on it because he'll be like, "You've repeated the same thing like 5 different times. It's okay. You're fine." Like I have a habit of kind of just running in circles on myself. So he has to kind of help me with that because otherwise I will be kind of dumb and do that. I have to call husband on that too, actually. Like, bro, you said that 3 times in a row. Yeah, I do that so often. It's so bad. It's such a bad habit, dude. Please tell me I can get... There we go. Please tell me it's a good amount. 3? Oh, that's kind of shit. We'll deal. Okay, they have more. So as long as we stay friendies with them. Oh, fuck. I moved my good spy on accident. God, I'm so stupid. What's it called? Brain work. Damn, that still wasn't enough? Fuck. Yeah, it's a really unfortunate thing, but oh well. For me too, it's kind of a... Dude, I've only been able to make 2 because these piece of shits keep building literally everything I want to make. That's so fucked up. There's 30 in between almost both of them. That's so fucked up. I've done it a bunch as well. Yeah. It also just doesn't help that, like I said, I'm kind of scatterbrained today because of my meds, but I mean, it's fine. It's fine. Fuck it, we ball. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. It would have been easier to do the other one. Fuck. I picked the hard one to dump my money into. But yeah, I'm hoping if I'm feeling up for it, we can get some gaming on the table later this week besides the P collab. Truthfully, also, it's kind of a matter as well of like, funny enough, I tend to notice that my, it was surprising to me. Maybe it's not going to be surprising to you all, but I was a little surprised to notice that my just kind of yapping streams. Oh. I got another topic for you. What about the guy that got shot? His wife seemed to be trying to get the couch fucker. Oh, you're talking about the fact that JD Vance is totally trying to fuck Erica Kirk. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's a conspiracy theory that I buy into. That's a conspiracy theory that I buy into, is that that JD Vance is going to divorce his wife. Yeah, Vance's wife isn't wearing her wedding ring. She seems visibly happier too. I think he's gonna divorce her and he's gonna marry Erica Kirk, and they're gonna be like, he was there for me through the trauma of losing my husband, who clearly I didn't care very much about. All I'm gonna say is kind of the unfortunate, like, the kind of just depressing reality is this just shows that literally nobody cared. Like, nobody but Candace Owens gave a fuck about that guy. Like, that's truly what, like, to me stands out as just so depressing, is it just shows that nobody gave a single fuck about that guy besides Candace Owens. Like, they do not give a single shit about him. They just used him like a little pawn. And he dedicated his life for basically nothing. Who am I trading with? I need to trade with Babylon. My mom is caring but dumb, and even she can see that Erica can't even pretend to cry. Yeah, it's just fucked up. Quite frankly. Like, I don't know, man. Maybe it's because, like, even the thought of my boyfriend dying will, like, put me in fucking shambles. That, like, I can't even comprehend just, like, fucking chilling. You know? Yeah, they did. They got the guy. Well, I don't know. To be fair, I haven't really heard much about him in a hot minute. Like, also, like, truthfully, I don't really care. Hi, Slime. The whole sacred head imagining when I say a funeral, I step back to reality about them. What's up, gang? Yeah, if I am, dude, I literally, like, last week had, like, I woke up and I had a dream that my boyfriend died, and I literally started crying, and it was so fucked up and funny because he was dead ass laying right next to me, honk shoeing. Like, I woke up in the middle of the night, like, oh my god, what if he died? And he's literally just honk shoe me right next to me, completely oblivious in his own little fucking world. Not a single thought going on about what the fuck could be going on in my head, like, no clue that I am just absolutely losing my fucking mind. We were just talking about how Charlie Kirk's wife is, like, really sus. Because she doesn't seem to really be, like, actually sad. You know? Whatever, I'll just accept that I'm losing. My bipolar has vividly imagine how broken I'd be if my husband died. Dude. Oh my god. The amount of times that I actually cry because I'm, like, convinced my boyfriend got in a car crash because he's, like, too fucking, like, minutes late to work from work. I'm like, he died. That's it. He's dead. And he's like, no, very much not. I'm very alive, actually. I was just stuck in traffic. And I'm like, he's dead. I don't know what to do. I'm so confused. I don't know what's going on, man. I'm scared. I'm so fucking scared right now. Yeah, it's so Jover. Dude, I have 10 tourism. They probably have like 50 to 100. Yeah, I'm so fucked. Oh well. This was good for enrichment. I had a dream today. I fell asleep in the heat while reading in front of a fan. I had a dream about basically I fell asleep and I woke up in a test room and I was like, oh shit, I fell asleep during a test. Opened the test and the paper had some random bullshit on it. And some empty questions and I wrote some bullshit on it and the timer runs out and I show the bullshit I wrote on the paper and then I realized I wasn't at home sleeping. How did I? And then I woke up and I think it was I wrote some Jenny shit on the paper. I don't remember what it was. Yeah. I used to have those a lot in college. Like dreams about fictitious tests that didn't exist. Or dreams about like missing my final and shit. This piece of shit. He's gonna settle right there, you asshole. It was like space or something. I'm on holidays right now too, which what the hell? It doesn't matter, man. Sometimes you still get it. Oh, sorry, I had to stretch. So I get dreams about going to a new school for the first time, panicking about not finding homeroom or my locker, and then realizing I'm way too old for this and waking up. Yeah, sometimes I will get like a random dream about like imagining that what's it called? Imagining that I'm like kind of like I mentioned being late for a test, but also that it's like the day in college where you have to pick your classes, you know? And like, oh, I woke up too late and so I didn't get to pick my classes and so I got stuck with fucking dog shit ass classes. And I'm so pissed, you know? I would have dreams like that. I didn't mean to do that. I gotta try Civ. Honestly, I played the Warhammer game, but I couldn't keep playing it because it randomly crashed while playing it and it messed up my computer until I closed it. Oof. College PTSD is crazy, huh? Yeah. And then I'm like, maybe I should go back and try to get a higher degree. Which, truthfully, I was going to apply this year, but I decided against it because just like, I don't think I could handle that at this current state in my life. And like, I think I need to... I think I need to like... what's it called? I need to get to a more stable place before I do that. But I do still want to eventually do it and try to get my PhD. It's just like, I don't think I can handle it right now, and also I don't think I have the funds right now. Recently started Hollow Knight, and it's fun, but I'm so bad. I crashed my second plane. I blame you for this. No, that's not my fault. I wanted to de-stress, but I keep stressing and stopping me from enjoying anything. Yeah. Real quick, what plane you fly in Ultra? Yeah, you know what? Ultra, what are you doing? Hmm? Take time out of flying your planes to tell us. Boobs has too much gravity. Yep. Mm-hmm. Because of those. You know how embarrassing it's probably gonna be for me when I get my concept art made and they show me them, when I'm probably gonna have to tell them to make the boobs bigger. I feel like I'm gonna sound like such a fucking gooner. I'm so nervous about that. I'm so nervous that I'm gonna sound like a fucking gooner and be like, more! More! I can't DM for D&D and I can't enjoy a comment writer. I keep thinking I need to study or prepare for uni next semester because I barely learned anything last semester. To be fair, that's kind of how it goes sometimes, unfortunately. Sometimes you kind of just have a fucking unfortunate semester where kind of feels like nothing happens. I'm grabbing to find milk. Oh my, don't call them milkers. That's awful. I hate that. Honestly, I hate boobies more. I hate boobies more than milkers. Controversial opinion. Such a shame when the big option for a chest is like a double D. Exactly. A Cessna in the first one and then a Hawk for the second for fun. And I did an Airbus 3380 on the VR simulator rather than the Flight Sim. Oh. No Boeing nonsense. What about mountain flapping titties? I honestly don't hate that as much as boobies. I hate boobies the most. That's one of the words I hate more than anything. I hate that fucking word. I hate it so much. It makes my skin crawl to even say it. I hate it, genuinely. My brain goes a stupid cartoony word like bazongas. What about skull crushing melons? That's funny though. Here's the thing. That's funny. The reason I don't like the word boobies is because it sounds like something in like a fucking middle schooler say. You know, like it's just so juvenile. That's why I hate it so much, because it makes me feel creepy to like say it. That's why I don't like it. It makes me feel juvenile to like utter such words. Or causing Twin Peaks. See, like, again, that's funny. That's funny. You know? As opposed to, like, oh man, can I see your boobies, lady? Like, it's so weird. I don't like it. It feels icky. Listen, I hate that word, and then the other one I really, really hate is oh god, I hate that I'm gonna say it. One of the other words I hate more than anything is naughty. I hate that fucking word so much. It's one of the cringiest words I've, like, in my opinion, that, I hate it so much. Like, I feel like anyone who tries to be like, anytime I encounter, like, a visual novel or something that tries to like have a guy be sexy by saying like, are you acting naughty or whatever, it makes me want to like crawl into myself and die, because I'm like, you just to me it just makes you kind of sound like a predator. way too, it sounds way too, like, I feel like that's something you say to, like, a young person or, like, an animal or something. Like, that's not something you say to a grown-ass adult, you know? Like, that's not something you say to a fellow grown-ass adult, you know? I don't know. It feels weird. It feels icky to me. I can't stand it. I hate it so much. That might be the point because it's an old phrase. People used to be way grosser about that shit. It feels too freaky, not in a good way. Exactly! Exactly! It feels freaky in like a I'm concerned way. Like, I don't know, man. It's just like, it just doesn't make, it just doesn't feel right. It just feels fucking weird, man. It's just like something that kind of makes my skin crawl a little bit. I hate it so much. I never understood why people say that and like saying it. Like, what are you? Like, some fucking, like, it just also, I feel like it makes the person sound old in like a predator way, not in like a Dilfy, like, I'm just like, maybe older, but like it makes them sound like creepy older, you know? Like that's something like a creepy old man says to you, not like someone you're trying to bone. Baby RP is his name. Oh god. Yeah, it unfortunately is. Are you dissing Santa? Santa's the only one that can say it. Persia Cowardly Dog got it right. Anyone who says naughty that much is a freak. Oh my god. Oh, was it Cousin Fred? Was it Cousin Fred who's the one that's like, you're being naughty or whatever? He says it like that? Ooh. That, yeah, I think it's Cousin Fred that says it from Courage. Yeah, oh my god. That was the episode that freaked me out, I think, because I just hated how much he fucking said that. It was creepy. I didn't like it. No, no, no. I was not a fan. If he says it to Miss Claus, she probably likes it. Oh my god. Santa says it, yeah, Santa says it in a way of like his heart is pure and full of good intention when he says it. He's not saying it like a fucking dude that you see in like a back alleyway or something. Okay, go over there. I don't know, he's also saying to judge the hell out of you too. I mean, but like, he's forgiving. When Santa shows up and stuff like DC, he says that so much, he has so much aura, like he means business, yeah. I don't know, Santa's more forgiving than like a lot of figures, you know? Shout out to when I was a kid and I prayed to Santa Claus to forgive me for being a bad child that year. Never forget. That's how the fact that I cried and prayed to Santa Claus to forgive me for my sins basically is how you know my mom was Catholic. I was a young, guilty child. I felt so much genuine guilt and fucking sadness as a young child that like I'm someone who's done horrific deeds in reality. I was just like I stole a $4 necklace from the mall once and I went home and I cried because I felt bad. That was like my big sin that I did. Sure, girl. I'm about to get jumped by Egypt, but you know what? I'm accepting it. I'm not even building up a military. I'm accepting fate. It's fine. It'd be like that, you know? It happens to the best of us. I know they'll be coming soon. And I'll just have to accept it. He deals with kids so he understands that they're young still. True. Yeah. I will say, so here's what I'm thinking for December. Because speaking of Santa, oh my god, December, Christmas time. So obviously if we hit 10 more subs and we unlock the movie every week in December, that'll be a bit different. But otherwise I'm thinking we'll do at least 2 movies. Like one every like 2 weeks. And we'll do like a straight up just like ooh Christmas movie. And then I'm thinking we do the spooky Christmas movie, and then obviously again if we unlock the thing, the next goal, then that'll change a little bit. Patron saint of prostitutes, yes, look it up. Old Saint Nick, the goat. That's why he's the goat. Hold on, I gotta go check on Grandma real quick. I'll be right back. I'll just leave the screen, I guess. Hey, okay. I might have to go because, Mom is busy right now and it's just me with Granny and she's doing really, really bad. So, I'm gonna have to be the one to help her. So, I'm gonna go downstairs so I can do that. Sorry that we had to end, like, really, really early. It's just... her dementia's kind of kicking in really hard right now. Yeah. Alright. Oh, I felt so bad that we had to end it this time. But thank you for being understanding. I will be back Wednesday for some more chill stuff. Hopefully, won't be as big then. But I will see you guys soon. I'm gonna raid out real quick. We're gonna go to arena. Okay, bye bye. I love you guys. Thank you.